The mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So,
what's it gonna be?
Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 26 of Three Terrible Gamers, and I'm here with Colin.
Hey guys.
And we pre-recorded this week's episode, so because I'm moving my stuff from West Virginia to Pennsylvania next week, so we won't be able to record. So we still want to get an episode out for you guys, so that's why we're pre-recording it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So Nintendo has released 3 sports games. 2 or 3 sports games for the Switch, but not a baseball game. But a Mario baseball game has been rumored. What's your opinion on it? Do you think it is true or it is not?
I mean, it's not the first time they've done it. They've done it with the GameCube and the Wii. So I think the GameCube one was Superstar Baseball, and then the Wii one was Super Sluggers. So, in saying that, 2008 was the last time they released a baseball game, which was for the Wii. So, I mean, it's potential, it's definitely due since the Super Strikers got released, in 2020? 2018 or 2020? It was one of those two, which was the soccer game for it.
Right.
So, baseball is due for, like I said, a rewind at this point, since it's literally been 15 years since it got released, which I went ahead and done a little bit more digging. The one that came out on the GameCube, which the only ratings for these ones are for IGN. I didn't see any for Metacritic this time. But on IGN, for the GameCube one, it was a 7.9 out of 10, and then the Super Sluggers for the Wii was a 7.4. So if it continues the trend, it's going to go lower. But, like I said, it's long overdue, so it's hard to tell. And yet again, it's a Mario sports game. It's not really, it's not like you're going out there and try to buy like MLB The Show, per se. Just take it with a grain of salt because it is a Mario game.
Right. Look at Colin doing extra credit, looking at the ratings without being asked.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's more an effort than I did. But All-Star Baseball and Super Sluggers. I played a lot of Super Sluggers. I played it more than I played All-Star Baseball. But I love Super Sluggers a lot. And I poured hours into that game. Doing multiplayer with other people or even just doing the story mode by myself, I love that game. And I'm not a huge baseball fan either, so that says a lot for me.
I had Wii Sports. I didn't need Super Sluggers.
Right. Baseball, Mario Super Sluggers, I think is better than the Wii Sports Baseball, personally. But I'm surprised that Super Sluggers is lower than All-Star Baseball because I didn't like the GameCube version as much as the Wii.
So that's the thing. Before this topic, I didn't even know there was a baseball game, so I thought it was like the first one getting released by its kind. So I didn't know about the other two until we was doing this.
You never heard of Super Sluggers?
No, I never heard of it, never played it, the whole shebang. So, like I said, looking it up, I was like, oh, okay, there's already been 2 released. So, yeah, it's probably about time for another one.
Wow. But yeah, so for the Switch so far, we got Super Strikers, soccer game, we got tennis, and we got golf. So yeah, three. We do need baseball. But the insider here that was leaking it, his name is Zippo. Um, he predicts a new Mario baseball game being developed by Bandai Namco. That's okay. Bandai Namco, that's believable. But in the past, most of their sports games have been developed by Camelot. But Bandai Namco is obviously able to do it because they've done a lot of games for Nintendo as partnerships. But as you said, it will be the first one since Super Sluggers on the Wii, or they should just remake Super Sluggers. I know it's an older Wii game, but if you just throw a fresh coat of paint on it, it'd probably be a pretty easy job to do. Just use the Joy Cons like the Wii Remote, because you could either use the Wii Remote as to swing it, or you could just use it with the nunchuck and use it as a traditional controller that way without having to swing it. So you could do it either way with the Joy Cons. That way you could still use it in handheld mode if you basically convert the nunchuck control over to just this handheld switch or the Pro controller.
You wouldn't even have to do that. You could do it like the GameCube version of the. I mean, obviously it's a different game, but you could do it like the GameCube and what they did with Skyward Sword.
Yeah, you could. Either one. So, but I'd say they'll probably make a completely new game. But
Oh,
I'm just saying they could remake Super Sluggers. Because, I mean, it's not like they won't remake a Wii game because we're seeing that with Kirby here in a couple weeks. So,
not bad. In Super Mario All Stars, they repainted Galaxy on the All Stars release.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, just emulated it, but still, they could do
Yeah.
the same
And
thing
like you
easily.
said, Skyward Sword. So,
Yeah. It's still hard to think that they don't have more baseball games. Like they literally have more Mario Golfs than they do any other Mario sports games.
yeah, and Mario Golf, I'm not a big fan of it. I can't really get into it, or that, or the Super Strikers, which I've never been a big soccer fan either, as you know. So it's kind of hard for me to get into those. Definitely, I will say Wii Sports Tennis is better than Mario Tennis, in my opinion.
All right, but not baseball.
Not baseball. Super Sluggers is better than Wii Sports Baseball.
All right.
All right, moving on. Horizon Zero Dawn multiplayer has been leaked.
Well, I couldn't find a Zero Dawn one. I told you this already. So I'm going
Yeah,
for the one to see which our timelines matched up when we was talking about this one, which is the only one we talked about beforehand. But I seen it was Forbidden West, but it was like a 2020 release, and it seemed like it was from a different community that kind of doesn't show that it was possible per se. I don't think it was from, like I said, an official source doing it, but it was just a group of people got together showing that, hey, this is possible. But as we mentioned before in a previous podcast, that they're literally bringing out an MMORPG version of the game. So it could very well be a test for it as well.
right. Yeah, we have talked about that before on the podcast. So this is kind of an update for that, but really a leaked update, I guess, a rumored update.
How loose
So
is
it's
that?
not a guaranteed update.
Because it was literally 2020 when this got released initially. It's just now leaking out.
Well, it's when the footage released was 2020. It was when the footage was from 2020, but they're saying they're still coming out with it, so we'll see. But yeah, the report is Gorillas is working on a Horizon Zero Dawn multiplayer. There is footage from a very early back in 2020. It has, and then on the footage, it has join PS4. So it tells you back in PS4 era, and join PC, which means it could possibly be cross-platform, maybe. So we'll just see. It would be cool to see a multiplayer Horizon Zero Dawn because it's just going fighting different mechanical beasts and animals and stuff with other people online. That'd be really cool instead of just doing it by yourself.
Oh yeah, anytime you throw extra people in there, it's either a huge blessing or a huge slap in the face.
Yeah, sometimes having other people isn't very good. Sometimes it's better to do stuff by yourself.
But we'll find out with the Zero Dawn Horizon.
Yeah, so I Horizon Zero Dawn, a couple years ago when this came out, I was this close to buying a PS4 just for this game because it looks awesome. And Colin knows how much I'm against PS4. So, but this game has released since then on PC, so maybe I might pick it up on PC. I was about to, I think it was Black Friday. It was down to $12 on Steam. I don't know. I was really close to picking it up, but I didn't. But I should have because I really want to play this game. Being able to
$12 too.
fight mechanical dinosaurs, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like Turok but mechanical.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love Turok. We played a lot of Turok Evolution, I believe it
Mhm.
was on the GameCube.
Yep.
We played a lot of it. Multiplayer, single player, we played a lot of it.
Only M-rated game I was allowed to play.
Yeah, surprisingly. Maybe
You
it's
can go
because you
kill a bunch
wasn't
of
killing
animals, that's okay,
people.
but you can kill people.
Bro, you can't kill people. You can kill dinosaurs, or dinosaurs could kill you. You
Yeah.
just can't kill other people. Right. The PS Plus games have been announced for February.
All right, there's a few of them. Ollie Ollie World, which is a skateboarder game. There's Mafia Definitive Edition, which is just on the PS4. The Ollie Ollie World is on PS4 and PS5. Evil Dead, the game, not the movie, is on PS4 and PS5. And Destiny 2 Beyond Light, PS4 and PS5. And all those games will be getting released on the 7th of February. So by the time you hear this, it will already be out.
Yeah, yeah, about a week. But yeah, the Destiny 2 Beyond Light is another expansion on the Destiny 2. So some more DLC for you. If you the other 1,000 packs of DLC wasn't enough for you. And then also you have until February 6th to get all of the PS Plus games for January. So they won't expire until February 6th, which by the time you hear this will already be expired. But better late than never, we're telling you. But yes, a lot of decent games on there. I won't say they're all good games, but they're decent.
Yeah. I
Never
mean, Mafia
played
is
Ollie Ollie World.
a game, which I played a little bit of Mafia before, so I mean, I know a little bit about it, but it still
Yeah.
wasn't my cup of tea game wise.
No, it was pretty cool, but I mean, I didn't beat it or anything. I play it here and there. It wasn't bad. I've played worse games.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I have played worse
depends who you ask, I guess.
games. Yeah, I guess so. All right, moving on real quick. February games look old.
So the first one is For the King. It releases, well, it released on the 1st of February, and on the it's on the platform until the 28th for free. So the whole month of February, you can get For the King. And Guts and Goal is the second one. It'll come out on the 16th. So by the time you listen to this podcast, you still got some time to wait till it. And it'll be on the Gold until March 15th.
Yep. And I just have the descriptions here of the games. I've never heard of either of these games. So,
Zero.
For the King is a tra tragic tra strategy, whatever that RPG that blends tabletop and roguelike elements in a challenging adventure that spans in realms. Set off on a single player experience or play cooperatively, both online and locally. none before you have returned from their journey will you put an end to the chaos. For the King is a challenging blend of strategy, turn-based combat, and roguelike elements. Each playthrough is unique in procedural, maps, quests, and events. Explore Ferrule in either single-player, local, or online co-op. Just remember, adventurer, you do this not for riches or fame, but for your village, for your realm, for the King. So remember that, adventurer, whoever you may be. And the guts and goals, it says, this isn't your standard game of soccer. This is guts and goals, where soccer balls can be hockey pucks, and you use a bat instead of your feet to score goals. Choose over 30 unique heroes and get ready for a world's game like never before. Different ways to play. Each stadium has a unique way to play a game of soccer. Score a goal with a beach ball on the beach and hit a hockey puck at a skating rink. Keeping you on your toes during each game, random mutators will change the way you play. Mutators can change everything from the ball you're hitting to the entire game design in a matter of seconds. There are no penalty cards. Each of the other 30 heroes has unique ability that can change the tide of a match. You can use these abilities to temporarily knock out your opponent, giving you an opportunity to score. Basically, sounds a lot like a soccer game mixed with Rocket League, just minus the cars. Like there's a bunch of different game modes. Like Rocket League even has baseball and you can hockey puck and stuff. So sounds like a lot of mixed up Rocket
It's
League without the cars, I guess.
yeah, it's
Uh,
Rocket League, the cars, and it's Rocket League is always free.
right, exactly.
So I mean,
Colin
it's
and I,
go try
we've
it.
talked
But
about it before. The games with gold have really went downhill over the years because they're just pushing more toward the Game Pass. But if you like these games, good for you. Pick them up; they're free. If you've always wanted to try For the King or Guts and Goals, there you go. They're free.
that's right. Get your goals for the king.
Try it. All right. Let's go down here. There are 46 Xbox 360 games being delisted soon.
A bunch of AAA games are getting knocked out of the Xbox 360 library, starting with Agus Wing, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed Liberation High Definition, Blood of the Werewolf, Blue Dragon, Breakdown, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Ghost, Castle Crashers, Cloning Clyde, Counter-Strike Go, Dark Souls, Darksiders 2, Daytona USA, Defense Grid, Eats Chowdown, Far Cry 2, Final Fight Double Impact, Iron Brigade, Jeremy McCar's Off-Road, Jet Set Radio, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Limbo, Lost Odyssey, Mass Effect 2, Monopoly Deal, Mutant Blobs Attack, N+, Outposts, Kawaki X, Peggle 2, Phantom Breaker, Battlegrounds, Prince of Persia, Roos, Sega Vintage Collection, Alex Kidd and Co., Skate 2, South Park The Stick of Truth, Spelunky, Splinter Cell, Conviction, Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars KOTOR 2, The Orange Box, The Raven Episode 1, and The Witcher 2.
An avid cyclist dreams of turning his passion into a business. He consults his banker to help find the best path. Now bike wheels are being built, and all it took was a little push to get rolling. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Clint.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Yeah, so a lot of good games, and my highlights here are definitely the Assassin's Creeds. They're good games. The 2 Call of Duties. Advanced Warfare, Colin liked it.
That's
Ghost
right.
is a really good game.
That's true too.
Dark Souls, definitely. Far Cry 2. Jet Set Radio. It was also released on the original original Xbox, and that is one of the number one emulated games for the original Xbox. And it has a really good soundtrack. It's a skating slash rollerblading game. If you guys haven't, I did actually mention it. Technically, not in our last episode, the one before that with Hi-Fi Rush was the visuals were close to Jet Set Radio. If you guys remember, which you probably don't. Mass Effect is a highlight. Peggle 2. I like Peggle.
I do too. I actually had it with gold when it was actually. I think it was the first game I got on gold, which I think was the first one, not the second one.
I think I got both the first and second one, but I think I like the second one better. But it's just a puzzle game. But Peggle's it's good. It is a good game.
It's true. I won't disagree with that one.
Prince of Persia. Personally, I haven't played it, but I know a lot of people like it, so that's why I included it on the highlights. Skate 2. And I'm not sure what Spelunky is.
I've
I
heard
think
of it.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. I can't, it doesn't bring anything to mind.
South Park, though.
I'm not a fan of South Park. I know you like it, but I've never even really liked watching it.
I like
Splinter Cell. There's a couple Star Wars games. I'm not big on Star Wars, but I know Battlefront is a good game. I have played it, and I'm not even a Star Wars fan. And then you go down to The Witcher 2, not 3. But The Witcher 2 is a pretty good game as well. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other games on the Xbox 360 marketplace that has been delisted, but these are the going to be ones going really, really soon. So if you're wanting to pick them up digitally on the Xbox 360 in 2023, I would hurry up and do that. If not, then I'm physical.
Yep, that's always an option.
All right, moving on over to PlayStation or Sony PlayStation's Q3 report.
7.1 million PS5 sold, 20.8 million first party software sold, so that's games. 11 million of those 20.8 million was God of War, Ragnarok,
Yeah, I was
and
surprised that.
46.4 million PS Plus subscribers in this new quarter. But they're doing better than Microsoft.
Yeah, Sony's actually releasing games. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Q3 is their October, November, December, so their holiday quarter basically. Sales were up 53%, and that includes hardware and the first party titles, and a lot of the increases comes from just being able to get a PS5 in a lot of retail stores right now. I still haven't ever seen a Series X in store. I've seen PS5s here in Pennsylvania. Not just a plain PS5. I've seen the Ragnarok bundle, but still, that's a PS5. So it seems like Sony's getting them out more than Microsoft's able to right now. I can see a Series a Series S all day, every day, but not an X. Didn't you say you've seen X's in store before?
X's here.
Yeah. I haven't yet, but so just the fact that they're able to get them out to more people, and I'm sure they really pushed them out for holiday, so that's probably why their sales are up more than Microsoft's because they went over Microsoft's, I guess, episode before last. So if you want to get caught up on that, go listen to it.
Yeah, but like I said, as of right now, they're doing a lot better than Microsoft. But like you said, Microsoft's not hasn't released game really at all recently. So that's a world of a difference. That and God of War is basically the epitome of, well, I don't think epitome is the right word to use, but it's definitely the major selling point for anything PlayStation.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Microsoft did just release Hi-Fi Rush Shadow Drop. It's free. Go pick it up. That's the first game they've released for a while. We did talk about that in episode 4 last and the games that are coming up. So, like I said, go listen to that episode if you haven't. All right, moving on to our last topic of the day. Might have to stretch this one out a little bit. Nintendo voucher program is returning.
See, I had never heard about this in the first place before you sent this to me, but I went ahead and done it. It's a buy now, use later. Vouchers are redeemable for 12 months from the date of purchase and don't have to be used at the same time. More games, more savings. You can have up to 8 active vouchers in your account at a time. Build your Nintendo Switch library at a discount. A growing list. New games are regularly added to the catalog, including upcoming releases, and earn as you buy. Receive My Nintendo Gold points worth 5% of your total points. Now, as you can tell, I got that straight from Nintendo themselves.
So, yeah, we used to have this here in the US before, but they took it away. But it has been available consistently in other countries, just not here in the US, but they are bringing it back for us US people, citizens. But yeah, it's buy the vouchers for $100 and you can buy two $60 games that are on their list that are only digitally. So basically, you're saving $20 instead of paying two $60 games under 20. You pay $100 for the vouchers and get two games. You're saving $20. Pretty good program, save a little bit of money. $20 is $20. Um, but you got to remember there is no guarantee that a game that you're wanting day one is going to be in there. So let's say Tears of the Kingdom coming up May 12th, there's no guarantee that Tears of the Kingdom is going to be on that voucher list day one. They may wait or it may not be on there at all. So just keep that in mind when you're considering getting the vouchers that you may be disappointed in something like that. Some of the games that are on there right now are Pokemon Scarlet/Violet, Metroid Dread, Breath of the Wild, Fire Emblem Engage, and there's several others. So there are some pretty new games. Fire Emblem Engage came out last week before last, at the time of recording. So some new games on there. So there's potential for Tears of the Kingdom to be on there day one, but there's no guarantee, like I said.
Yeah, if Engage is on there already, it's possible, but I mean,
Tears of the Kingdom's a bigger game, so I don't know if they want to. I mean, technically, it's not really a discount, but it is. I don't know if they want to discount their big release for the year day one, or you know what I mean?
yeah, but in theory, they would still get the same amount of money for it in the retrospect because they could easily be like, oh, yeah, this, like this, buy one, get one free. Which one was free type of situation. You like, it
Yeah,
don't matter which one. So, I mean, it'll boost their sales definitely in their quarter four, since I'm assuming they're probably on the same quarter as they got the same fiscal year as Microsoft and Sony. So,
Yeah.
like I said, you can expect their Q4 sales to go up with
Yeah.
this.
I would try it if you could do it somehow for physical games, because I only buy physical games if I can help it. So kind of a bummer there. It's not for physical games, but a lot of people don't buy physical games anymore. A lot of people are digitally only, so this is for who that's for.
Yeah, which I mean, still, it's a good perk to have because, especially in the day with them, I'm the same way. I prefer to go out and get a physical copy. But I'm also the type of person, if Blockbuster still existed, I would drive to Blockbuster instead of getting Netflix.
That's true. I would rather have a DVD. I mean, I'd rather have a VCR than watch Netflix.
Actually, going back to old school.
Yeah, half you listening probably don't know what a VCR is.
Yeah, they were definitely good. But, I mean, obviously times have changed and everything else, and the digital games are not going nowhere. And that's another, I mean, the one perk about digital games is there's not a short supply of them.
No, but they're not going anywhere, but they could. They can be taken down at any time, and you won't
Like
be able to
the
play your game.
like the Xbox 360 games getting delisted.
Exactly. You just never know. And therefore, now the Xbox 360 games being delisted, that doesn't mean you can't play them anymore. It just means you can't buy them. But they, in the future, I mean, if they pull it, then you won't be able to play anymore. If there is always that possibility that they can pull the game and you won't be able to play it anymore.
Yeah, so take it with whatever grain of salt you want to. Like I said, the physical copies, you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you
Right?
have to
You
worry
can always
about
play
is
'em.
burning up or getting scratched, anything in those nature.
Yep.
Which in that case, you call by yourself.
Yeah. Take care of your stuff.
Moral of the story.
Yep. Just take care of your stuff. That's all you gotta do. That's about 30 minutes on the dot.
Woohoo!
I made it. A lot of short topics, really. A lot of topics, but short ones.
Yeah, big old long list of one.
Yeah, the delisting one.
Yep.
But definitely follow us on Twitch because we're live right now. We're always live at the time of recording, typically 9 p.m. on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Colin has TikToks and Facebook. Go buy our merch,
Fine.
support us around, join our Discord so we can talk to you guys casually. We'd love to hang out with you guys. Um, and if you buy our merch, post a picture on our Discord so we can see you in it supporting us. Be cool. What you got, Colin?
We can cover about
Always
everything.
forget. Yeah. So we appreciate you guys listening, and we'll catch you next week. Have a good week.
Later, guys.
A lifetime of hard work, children laughing in the kitchen, family photos on a restaurant wall, a legacy that lives on. It all comes from the power of a conversation, like the one Tommy Hall had with First Horizon Bank about taking over his father's Charleston-based restaurant business. Now the table is set for a whole new generation. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Tommy. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.